Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to today's vlog, Monday the 1st of June. There we go. Hope you've had a good weekend. I've been out and busy today. Going to start on driver courier apps. Obviously, a week or so ago I told you about the demise, in my eyes anyway, of the Couriers Today app. But there is another app that's been bubbling in the background, and that's Courier Bidz. And the bids on that, if you haven't seen it, is B-I-D-Z. Based up in the northwest, don't know too much about it, but it's been in the making now for quite a few months, and they were hanging back until they were fairly certain that everything was going to run up and run smoothly, and they got drivers on board, and they've also got customers on board. Not heard much in the last two or three weeks, but they put an update out today, and it's an interesting one. They've been working on what they call AI validation. Now, the way it's going to work, if you join this circuit, when you bid for a job and that job gets accepted, when you get within 100 meters of the collection point, and obviously the app with the tracking will know that you're within 100 meters of the collection point, you will have to take a live selfie of the number plate on the back of your van. Now, this is where AI comes in. I don't really understand. Well, I do understand. I don't understand the intricacies of AI. But apparently it's going to know if it's a live photo, and obviously it's going to know that you're within 100 meters of the collection point. Once that has been verified, which will be done straight away, you will then receive all the details for the job. Now, I quite like this. This goes up against the Courier Exchange trusted method with the load wallet, where you're required to take a selfie of you. And I did that on a job last week. Again, done it a few times now, but it came up last week. And I've always thought this could be overridden. Now, if I was an unscrupulous operator sitting in my little bedroom office, and I had 5 guys that were working for me, all with crappy vans, none of them with the correct insurance, dubious, what's the word I'm looking for, residency, shall we say, right to work, that's what I'm looking for, the right to work. I could still operate those guys, because every time the load wallet comes up, I just take a picture of myself, that gets verified, and I then screenshot the details and send it to my guy number 1 or guy number 2, guy number 3. I was going to mention the CX meetings this week, and when hopefully I get to have a conversation with one of the tech guys, I was going to say you almost need to bring a system we had on the taxis where you could only do one job at a time, and until you cleared that job you're doing, you can't then access a second job. That may be a way around that, but I quite like this system with a number plate, because you can't really sit in your bedroom with 5 different number plates, and of course the AI is also going to know that you're not within 100 meters of the well, that picture isn't within 100 meters of the collection point. So I quite like this system. Anyway, that's the news today from Courier Bidz. Hopefully there'll be more coming within the next few weeks. If you want to check them out, you can check them out. I think they've got a Facebook page. I think they're on Twitter. I'm not on Instagram, but they probably are. So yeah, look on your socials, and we'll keep you updated on that anyway. Right, over to me. I left you on Friday afternoon. I was having a semi-half successful day. It was really busy on Friday, but I'd only done 2 jobs, which I was a little bit disappointed to, and that's how it was left when I uploaded the video. Literally 5 minutes after I'd done that, I actually got a 3rd job of the day. Just gone past the Enfield turn-off on the M25, and a job came up from Waltham Abbey, 5 minutes or so from where I was. It was in between, the pickup was in between junction 25, the Enfield one, and 26 Waltham Abbey, so I had to come off at Waltham Abbey and come back on myself. But it's going into the City of London, small van job. I can't remember the mileage on it, it's only about 20 miles. But the shipper was offering £80 for this, and and same day payment, so it seemed literally too good to turn down. So I bid on the job at £80 and got a phone call straight away. Got to the pickup within 10 minutes. Now, all these little jobs that you put on the end of your day to put the cherry on the cake, they always have they always not go wrong, but there's always more hassle than you really start thinking it's worth it. And I was also watching over the weekend a video from Delivery Man, his latest one, and he was saying he was trying to do a couple of jobs before a hospital appointment, and he'd done one, and the second one, that all went to pot as well, being messed about and etc, etc. So he was late for his hospital appointment. But in my case, I thought this would be fairly straightforward, but I wasted 10 minutes trying to find the pickup. It was on a huge industrial estate. The sign of the company in the end when I found it was about the size of a shoebox, and the lettering, the numbering I should say, and the lettering of the place wasn't much better either. So I wasted some time there. It would normally be a straight through run to get into the City of London, sort of past Pickett's Lock, Tottenham, down through Stamford Hill, Stoke Newington. Traffic issues on that route meant I had to go a different way, go back out towards sort of Loughton and then come in via Mile End and Whitechapel. But anyway, we got the job done. I had to ring the shipper, I had to ring the delivery point. It was a restaurant, hence why it was urgent. 30 minutes before I delivered, which I did. He said lovely, he told me to go around the back into a loading bay, so that was fine, that was easily found. Then when I got there, nobody's answering the phone. The security guard tried to help me out. We finally got through to the restaurant and he said somebody will come down. 10 minutes later I'm still standing there. In the end I just decided to offload the 30 odd boxes onto some trolleys, and by the time I finished that, because the bloke appears, anyway we got the paperwork signed off and I got out and on my way, but it was 6:30 before I left. Didn't subsequently get home till 8:30, which is far too late for me. The other thing was, he said he was going to pay same day payment. At the point of doing this now at 3:30 on Monday, I haven't been paid. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, because the job wasn't finished till 6:30. The likelihood is he may have gone home, or his accounts team may have gone home, that he would need to make the payment. I'm not overcritical if people are not working over the weekend. I don't, so I can't be critical of other people. So I'm hoping that that would have been sorted this morning, today, and when I wake up tomorrow morning and look in my bank account, that money has been paid. I will be slightly peeved if I have to chase. But there you go. And if I do have to chase and I haven't been paid by the end of the day tomorrow or Wednesday, I'm going to be mightily peeved, and I will name the company. I've also got 4 other shippers that haven't paid me by the end of May, as they should do. One, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. They've paid me one invoice and not paid me the second invoice, and it's unlike them. So I'm going to put that down to an oversight. Again, I'll have a look at these, see if they're paid by the morning. Quite possible that accounts departments, because the end of the month was yesterday, have only issued payments today. So let's see what's in my bank account tomorrow morning. I'm missing about £700 from April that was due, plus the job I did for £80 on Friday. Anyway, on to today. I didn't manage to win any work on Friday afternoon for today. Been looking over the weekend, but nothing there. Put a couple of bids on, but they just sat on the system and were still there this morning. Dropped the wife off at the station, got my breakfast, parked up, hoping to try and get something by 8 o'clock, and I managed to get a job at 7:40. Nothing special, small van job from Witham, 20 minutes away, going to Brentwood. 30 miles in all. I put a price of £50 on, probably £10 less than I would have liked, but I really need to get going. I really need to get something on the board rather than waiting till gone 8 o'clock and then the traffic gets busier, what with school kids and rush hour. So anyway, got that job straight away. Got down, took me a little bit longer than I would have liked to have got there. I got there at, I'm just looking at my notes, it doesn't make any sense, 8:10. So yeah, it was about half an hour. Off-site 8:25 and took an hour just under to get to Brentwood. 9:15, off-site 9:25. So one on the board, parked up. A couple of jobs around, I put prices on. Brentwood to Milton Keynes, that was a car job, 63 miles. Didn't expect to get it at £80 and I didn't. Basildon to Erith, small van, 22 miles, stuck 60 on it. Again, might be slightly ambitious, and it obviously was because I didn't get it. Got a second job at 10:15 from Chelmsford, 30-minute ride to get there. And again, that was another local one, going back to Grays for a small van, just 25 miles. I put £50 on it just to try and get that second job and see if I can get myself £100 by 12 o'clock. That job I got on site 10:50, didn't hang around too long. Bit of traffic coming down, obviously been an accident somewhere. Eventually I was off site at 12:10. It was the big Tesco's at Lakeside, so it was a perfect place to have a lunch and look for that third job. Not much around, and obviously you're into the sort of lunchtime period, and hopefully I wanted to try and get 2 more jobs at £50 each, but nothing was appearing. And then a job came up at 1:10. South Ockenden, I was 10 minutes away from that, so that was quite good. That was more pleasing that the app was giving me something very close. Going to Ashford in Kent, that's a real gamble. 50-50, I might get something, I might not, because I'm worked out I'm not really going to be empty till about 3 o'clock. Was on site for 1:25, off site by 1:25 so that bit was all good. Small van, 52 miles, I put a price of £70 on it, so I was pleased with the price that I got for the job. Anyway, got down to Ashford, home delivery, nobody on site, but could leave the box outside the house. That was checked with the shipper and okay. Off site at 2:50, no, there's not really been anything. A couple of jobs for that area for the morning. One job going to St Leonard's on Sea, which is no interest, going further away from home. So I'm making my way back up the M20 now. Still a chance, 20-4, that I might pick something up in Grays, Dartford, Brentwood on the way back home. At the worst now today, and it blows out, I've done 3 jobs, 50, 50 and 70, 170, just shy of my target, but mileage wise not too bad. I've not really gone anywhere too far, and probably at worst I could be home for 5:30. Yeah, that's it really. Yeah, nothing else to report, so I'm going to leave it at that. Hope you had a decent one today. It is the first day of the month and it is Monday, so I'm not overly surprised it's been quietish, but yeah, let's see if it builds itself up tomorrow. All the best now. Cheers, Paul.